Hello, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Ann.
And this is Sports Shade. Today on Sports Shade, we are going to talk about Frank Manson III and catch up on Dancing with the Stars, so sit back and get ready for some shade.
According to multiple sports news platforms, on May 11th, an unnamed NBA team presented 23-year-old Frank Mason with quite a thought-provoking question. With the NBA draft period being so near, it's not uncommon for recruiters to present tentative players with questions regarding stats, skills, and goals. However, many are wondering why this particular inquiry was made. The number 0 point guard of Kansas City Jayhawks men's basketball was reportedly asked the question, "How do you want to die?" Mason humbly answered the question, the odd question, conveying how he'd ideally prefer not to suffer and would like to experience his last living moments while in slumber. The instance of this question being asked has triggered outrage and confusion from multiple critics, weighing out the extremity, significance, and validity of both the question posed and the answer given.
As promised, we are going to catch up on our athletes that are competing in Dancing with the Stars. This week, we are going into the semifinals, and 3 of the 4 finalists are athletes. And one of them, you're probably not going to believe that he is still in the competition. First off, we have Simone Biles, who is holding her own and having some sassy comments for the judges and host. Along with Biles, we have Rashad Jennings, who is the front runner for the men in the competition, and doing amazing while getting geared up for football season all at the same time. If Rashad takes home the mirror ball, he will be the 4th football player to win the show. And last but not least, we have David Ross, the first baseball player to enter the competition. And he is holding his own with all the young blood that he is up against at the age of 40. So stay tuned and we will let you know if another athlete will be taking home the mirror ball this season. So let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Talk about Frank Manson real quick. What is that question?
Yeah, who asked that? I'm sorry.
How do you want to die? Let's just answer this question. How would you like to die? Just pose this question.
Okay, so I think I would not like to die in a freak accident.
Okay.
I would like to die sort of like, I don't want to be up high because I wouldn't be because I'm afraid of heights.
So you don't want to fall from something.
Yeah.
But that'd be a freak accident, so.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really thought.
I mean,
maybe tripping over something.
I'm with him. I think I would want to go in my sleep because it's calming. You don't
way.
know. So I mean, that is a weird question to pose at a draft. Is it for the drafts?
It's for drafting. I don't know if they approached him or it was like a.
Well, what I was reading, they
session.
asked them about their skill level. They asked to get all that information, and then they just threw it in there, and it's like, okay, I don't know why you would ask that at a basketball draft, but all right then.
Right.
To me, it was a little weird. So
Sort of keep them on their toes.
I mean,
at least.
yeah, and then the draft is mad about it. So it's like, but was it planned? Was it just a reporter going, I'm gonna ask this question
I'm not
without
sure.
any feedback if I should ask this question?
I think you should review your questions with like a certain
yeah.
people
But to look
before
at
you ask
to look
them,
at
especially
how
if
old did you say he was? 23.
He's 23. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a baby.
To ask a 23-year-old, I'm 23. Somebody asked me that question, I would be like, this is weird.
I like how he handled it though.
Yeah,
He's well, I was ready for this question one day, not necessarily in this arena, but he answered it very humbly, and I appreciate that because I wouldn't have.
Yeah, so I think in terms of them saying that they're going to look at the validity of it and how it was asked and the question that was answered and how it was answered, I think in that term, they shouldn't be looking at how it was answered because like you said, he answered it humbly.
Right.
He didn't freak out. He was just like, well, I mean, never really thought about it, but I guess if I had to, it would be in my sleep calmly.
As peaceful as possible.
So for him, I think he answered it to his best ability. He didn't freak out and say, I'm not going to answer that question and do over the top things, but they should look at the person who did ask the question because it doesn't make any sense for the reason why it was asked. Right. That has nothing to do with his basketball skills.
Exactly. So. It's very it's non sequitur. Like it doesn't go with anything that's going on. So it's like you just pulled that out of nowhere.
So let's move to Dancing with the Stars now that we're done with this weird question. So Dancing with the Stars, I'm excited. I watched the show And we have 3 athletes out of the 4.
That's exciting.
Now, to speak on the other finalist, who is the front runner, just so we throw her name out there, and she's in a music group, Normani. She is in Fifth Harmony.
Okay.
So she does
know
great. She's running the competition right now. But I'm pretty, if I remember correctly, Simone and Rashad are both number 2, so they're tied for the 2nd place.
Nice.
And exactly. And David is bringing up the rear. And Bonner Bolton, our bull rider, got out last episode. So last week he was out.
He was eliminated.
So, yep, he was eliminated last episode. So
I bet his hips were nice in movement, though,
Yeah.
because of like bull riding. Doesn't need to have like control.
But he broke his back, remember?
Oh,
He was paralyzed. He broke his entire spine, so that was a problem. He just did this a year ago, and he's dancing.
Yeah,
So everybody was
that's
really excited
incredible.
about it. But, David Ross was somebody that was not expected to go to semifinals, honestly. He's doing great. I mean, his paso, which if nobody knows what paso is, it is basically the bull rider dance. So they're very tight in their frame. It's strong, it's manly.
Spanish.
He kind of did some fluid movements, which if you watch Dancing with the Stars, Bruno is his fan of fluid movements, but with Paso, it's not like that. So, but he is doing great. I'm really proud of him. And for him being 40, I think he would be the oldest person to win the show, honestly. Could be wrong on that. No, actually, I think Alfonso was older.
I
think Alfonso was older.
Ribeiro.
But still, he's up there. And first baseball player and then first baseball player to win
that would definitely
all in
be
one
it.
season, that'd be amazing.
Take it all.
And then
Like,
Rashad.
I came for everything.
Right, I got it all. And then Rashad, he's would be the 4th football player to win.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Most of the football
Keeping
players
that
we
going
had
strong.
lately are not that great, but
Aren't up to par. Sorry, guys.
oh my gosh,
Keep
she
it on
is
the field.
amazing. And then Simone with her sassy
Do you have a-
comments, the host asked why she wasn't smiling when they gave her comments. And she looked at him and said, smiling does not win gold medals.
Right. I mean,
And
if
the
you
entire
watch in the
audience was like,
Olympics-
oh, and like
the
freaking
same
out.
thing.
And everybody's like savage on Twitter and all this stuff. So it's just been everywhere.
Do you have a favorite to win?
Oh geez, I want David to, just because I think it would be amazing. Like I said, first baseball player to win all in one season.
And
That would
40
be
years old.
right, and 40 years old. That would be amazing, because he's got the World Series from last year and brought the Cubs
Right.
out of their losing streak of, I don't remember, it was a really long time.
Of an extensive period.
Yeah, and now he's, if he wins this, that would just be amazing for him. And, Simone, everybody's looking at her just because Luis Hernandez won last year.
Yes.
So everybody's obviously looking at her because they were on the same team together, so.
And Simone just wins. She just does that. That's just what she's here for, apparently. So.
But I want Rashad to win. I love Rashad. So I want Rashad to win. So
Yeah, I
I'm
think
down with that.
Getting
but-
this far is an accomplishment
Yeah.
in either case.
Yeah.
And everybody's a winner in some way. So.
But that is all the time we have for it, guys. Let us know about the question that they posed. Let us know what you thought about it, if it was weird, if it was okay in your book. Let us know who you think should win Dancing with the Stars. So,
Keep listening to everyone on ScoreOnAir.com.
Score on Air, TuneIn app, all that fun
Keep
stuff.
saying tune in.
Tune into us. Sports Shade, Females Take on Sports.
Like and
Score on
share.
Air. Have a good day.